Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to be extracting some models straight from the Halo 3 Editor's Kit, and we're going to be using the tool to do that. So for one, we're going to want to make sure we're in our directory. We're going to do cmd for the command prompt, and then we're going to be exporting all three. So we're going to be exporting the render model, the collision model, and the physics model. We're going to be using the Hornet as an example, so let's start this. So we're going to do tool, extract, import info, and then we're going to want to find out where our file is. Now that we have the render model in here, we copied the path of the Hornet, so we just hit copy as path, and then we paste it in here. Okay, and then it tells us where it did it to, so done. So data, objects, vehicles, Hornet, render, hornet.jms. So next we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to copy with the physics and collision model. Copy as path, tool, extract, import info, and let's do that. So that also worked. So we're going to do this one more time. Tool, extract, import, oops, not supposed to be a space, import info, and then we're going to do the collision model last. And there goes the collision model. So next we're going to go into Blender and we're going to get started. So right now we have just our basic scene. We can honestly just delete everything. We don't really need any of that. So we're going to go import JMS. You need the Halo add-on installed in order to do this. I'll leave a link to where you can get it below. JMS. So now we're in our data folder. We go to objects, vehicles, Hornet. We'll start with the render model. We can set this to Halo 3. It might take a second. Alright, so there it is. We got the model in. I zoomed out a little bit to say the least. Obviously it's got the bones on there. It's also got all of these marker groups, markers and whatnot. And then you can obviously tell it's got, you can kind of see it. It's kind of faded in there. That's also the damage effects of when it gets damaged, it'll change into that. So it's got everything in there. So now let's do the next view. So next we're going to do collision, Hornet, import. So it's a little difficult to see, but if you come over here, you'll notice inside the armature, the @Hornet, that is the collision model itself. So is pretty much going to stand for collision. The $, when you see that, that's going to stand for the physics. And then all of these hashtags are all markers. Next, let's import the physics model. So we're going to go to physics, Hornet, import. And then there's that. So that one's actually a little bit more obvious. So you can see they really just used kind of blocks because it's really just the rigid body, really. You're not going to interact too much with it. You don't need it to be too polished or anything like that. But that's how you would get all the import information. I believe I might be missing the animations, but I will maybe have to do that in a future video because I'm not quite there yet, but I've gotten to this point, and now I've been able to help you guys get to this point as well. Right before I was about to finish this video out, I actually found out that you can also use this for BSPs. So if you do the export info, get the structure BSP, copy as path, go back over here, paste, and then just wait. Then you see it says that it was put into the structures BSP and it's an AS file. So with AS files, you just import them, AS file, and then you go to where it is. So now that we're at the file, we can see the scripts here that would normally be here, but now we have the structure file, so we can import the structure. It might take a minute though. Alright, so this is how it loaded in. Obviously that's the center of the world point, and it came over here because all of these are going to be linked around. But if you notice up here, we can go and click that, and then we can actually see through it. So we can actually see the stuff that's over here. And I believe all the rest of this stuff is just more out of bounds things. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you guys out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. These can be anything from terminals to doors to... Now, as you can see, I have it fly in. It sits there, and then it drops some off.